The current time is now 7:24 p.m. here in Seoul, South Korea. One of the biggest edition of 2022 here on Korea Now was this gentleman joining us for Back to the Culture, Kim Young-dae. Hello.
Speaking of cryptocurrency, I don't want to talk about it.
Did you invest in cryptocurrency too?
I don't want to talk about it. Well, no, that's not it. That's not my problem. I've been saying for the last 2 years, more than 2 years, I've been saying that the cryptocurrency and the blockchain and the new technology, including NFT, could be the next big thing in music, and or something that could solve all the different problems in music, especially the music business, including royalty issues and kind of unfair power relationship between among the different role players and different players in music. So that's what I was hoping. I'm not particularly interested in the technology itself, but I really wanted to see the future. But we're not getting there.
No.
And more than that, I've been receiving a lot of criticism.
Why?
From everywhere. I don't know. They would say, you said it. So I listened to your words, but
What did you say? Like invest in like music stocks or something like that?
I'm
sure you
I've
didn't
never
say
said anything
like
about investment, but people might have a different ideas.
Dad, you just got to ignore them. You have been our greatest investment, Young-dae. And
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Christmas was like
Merry Christmas.
so many days ago.
That's my rule. The
What?
entire December is Christmas.
Entire Christmas, really?
Yeah.
31 days of Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's happy days for you. For me, it's just let's get this over with and go into the next year because today is going to be that very thing that we're going to do. Let's wrap up 2022 because, look, I think...
Why?
You know what I'm looking forward to?
What's your problem?
My problem is there's a lot of negative things that happened in 2022, but I am looking forward to today's segment because the one thing that did go well in 2022...
What is it?
I think it's K-pop. It was... Again, it went on to the next level of success in the K-pop industry.
Isn't it weird? Because, we're still not, we didn't actually graduated this whole situation, right?
No.
But still, we heard a lot of different news about how K-pop's skyrocketing, even during the pandemic era, and new records, brand new records from everywhere, like
I think
fourth generation girl groups and K-pop, still BTS, Blackpink, and third generation still rocks. So yeah, it was a pretty good year for music business, especially K-pop, because I've never seen any kind of meaningful growth in any other kind of regional. Well, except for the Latin music.
Okay.
Latin music was pretty good.
Yeah.
And K-pop.
Right.
But Latin is pretty big world, right?
It's a big world and it has a long history too.
In terms of the language, history,
Yeah.
and the demographics. But the K-pop, it's a weird world because it's actually branded, based on the country, but it is not national music, music based on the nationality.
No,
right?
it's not.
At this point,
Latin music is. K-pop, technically, aside from the fact that it uses Korean language and majority of them are Korean artists.
K-pop could be anything.
It could be anything. That's exactly. It's a very broad range.
So historically, this is, undoubtedly a unique situation. One single industry with a nation, country's names attached on it. And from very marginal market, the spreading all over the world, claiming this like a dominant influence in the world.
I think...
And the new things are still coming out.
That's exactly. That's the thing, right? It's one of those things where before it's like it goes up and then now it goes downhill, right? But now it's continuing to go up because new things are popping up here. Now, let's talk. We're going to talk about a review of 2022 because in my opinion, 2022 was one of the best years for K-pop.
Okay.
There was a lot of things that happened. What's crazy is the fact that one of the news here, BTS, definitely is going to be one of the top news that we're going to talk about. BTS has announced that they're going to go on a hiatus.
So
right?
many different news.
Oh, there's so much, right? From hiatus to Jin's going to the military to
Jungkook performed at
the World Cup.
The World Cup.
I
RM released a new studio album. Reached the number 3 at the Billboard 200.
That's right. Best RM, right?
Yeah, best record
It's
as a K-pop solo artist.
BTS continues to thrive. Now, here is the thing, right? I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen the quick success and the quick decline of Psy, right? I thought BTS was going to be the same thing, where BTS's success goes up and then it's going to start going down. It exploded even bigger.
You know what? It's not just your problem. I mean, everyone was always wrong about BTS every time,
Except
in
for
every
you.
moment.
Except for you.
Well, kind of. I was hit and miss sometimes, but more than 50%. But anyway, they said that they're not going to make it. They said they're not going to make it the mainstream chart.
Right.
Again, they kind of quickly, changed the stance and that they're successful, but they're not going to thrive, over many years, which is absolutely wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah, and they said again after this sort of like a hiatus, temporary hiatus, they were not going to be as big as the kind of previous,
But they're doing so well individually too.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying the whole year. I mean, everyone's so concerned about this kind of this period, like a hiatus.
Yeah.
But I would say I said this, all the time, that the total amount of success as the individual members of BTS would be at this point way bigger than the brand BTS right now.
Yeah, so
That's my theory.
a lot of people were saying, right, because of the military issue, and then Jin was the oldest, so he had to go. A lot of people were saying, wait, why don't all 7 of them just go to the military together? And then in less than 2 years, they'll all come out quicker, right? And then they'll be back together. But
could be ideal situation.
But financially, though,
good point.
one person goes in, 6 other people going
Good
solo.
point.
Another person goes in, other 5, solo. Another person goes in, solo. One comes back from the military, and it's a rotation. And it looks like from the success that we're seeing from Jin, Jungkook obviously with Dreamers, and RM with his success.
Yeah.
Financially for Hybe, I mean, this is the best thing to do, right?
BTS could be way more successful without BTS, actually.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
Isn't that
that's a
ironic?
crazy idea, right?
Yeah.
And also individually, each member they've been holding back a lot of their individual kind of desire and artistry and musicianship. So this is a pretty good opportunity. Going to the army, it's sad news. I know. They've been kind of monitoring all the like a food menu. That Jin might eat this morning, this afternoon, this evening. I know. Well, that's a part of the idol industry, right?
Yes.
That's kind of natural reaction from fans. But but it's not over. Not even close.
No, it's not. I think there was some fear because if they go to a hiatus and then people go to the army, they'll lose interest.
Don't underestimate the power and the passion of army.
Yeah.
Which is the greatest fandom in the music world.
I would have to agree with that as well. Yangurum says this, and I agree with you. I think this was another big year for new girl groups because Yangurum says New Jeans came out in 2022.
Le Sserafim came out. New Jeans. IVE came out.
I mean, all these
NMIXX
groups
came out. Kepler came out. The last year we had the next level. What was the name of the group? aespa came out. So 5 different, more than 5 different groups came out really big in a way, obviously very different style in terms of music, fashion, and everything. So this reminds me of this year. Actually, reminds me of the golden age of K-pop girl group, which is the second generation, which started in 2007.
In 2007.
6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8. Is that like this 소녀시대?
Girls' Generation.
Yeah.
21, Kara.
Yeah.
Wonder Girls. It was one of the greatest year for K-pop girl group ever. But now it's kind of, the kind of part two.
No, but you know what's crazy about this wave of new girl groups is that groups like Twice, groups like Red Velvet, they're still around and they're still very relevant.
Very relevant.
But they're bigger than them right now. Like, how does that work?
Crazy.
Like, the rookies are better, or I shouldn't say better, but bigger than the veteran girl groups. And I hear very little about Twice. I hear very little about Red Velvet, unfortunately. Even aespa, right? Like aespa, they've kind of taken a step back.
Well, aespa is still in the spotlight.
Yeah, they are.
But this year is more about this newer group, like New Jeans, IVE, and Kepler, and NMIX, and other groups.
Yeah, Liz Seraphim.
Actually.
IVE, I heard. I mean, New Jeans was crazy. And then when I saw, because always at the end of the year, they have those music awards. When they were giving out like the 신인 girl, what is it? The 신인 girl group sang or something like that.
신인 가수상?
신인 가수.
신인 여자 가수상? 여자 그룹상?
Yeah, okay. I was like, who's gonna win this? How do you even choose this? Like,
the competition was amazing.
How do you even choose who takes this? Like, it's impossible almost. This year,
it was crazier.
I know BTS fans are gonna not like what I say, but I think this year was the year of fourth generation girl groups.
No, I mean it's everyone would agree. I mean, because we are not talking about the sales number or how the big the fandom is. We are talking about how much kind of splash or interest they create.
Yeah,
among like a general public.
Right.
So, and again, but at the same time, this fourth generation girl groups really kind of sparked the whole market. But at the same time, second generation girl groups like Girls' Generation and Kara
came back. Another
really
big story of 2022, right? The comeback of the, I hate to use this word, old school girl groups.
Nope.
Because they're old school in that now we have, groups like, G-Idol and IVE and Liz Seraphim and New Jeans and things like that. But
old school girl groups are Baby Vox, Finkel, Fine Killing Liberty, Finkel,
and SES.
Because they, some of them are almost retired, right?
Right.
But the second generation girl group, they kind of made a big statement in how they still could be relevant. Here's the thing. Girls' Generation released a new album this year. It's not just any other comeback album, because in a comeback album or comeback single, usually kind of small gift, right? 2-3 songs, kind of more of a kind of anniversary type of song rather than a really aggressive or kind of innovative sounds, right?
Right.
But Girls' Generation, they made one of the best album of their career this year with the new comeback album. So it's not just a comeback album. It was really good album.
That is
amazing. And
so
Kara
crazy.
almost did the same thing.
Kara came back, and also didn't Boa come back too?
Boa
came back.
Yeah. But Boa was she was not away actually.
Yeah, she was in the music business, in the industry, kind of.
She's been probably one of the most consistent K-pop power people, kind of power, musician in the business. So very exceptional case, by the way.
Oh, and by the way, I need to add this too. You know who else did like a comeback? Tae. Remember Tae? What? Tae is back. Tae is back singing remakes. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Do you really believe that? Tae is a very, really relevant musician in this kind of conversation?
Yes.
Okay.
For me, because think about it. When we're talking about BTS, I'm talking about Iggy-chan. So yes, Tae is relevant in my...
Where did Iggy-chan come from? Where did Iggy-chan come from?
You know the pattern, the trend of Back to the Culture is every week, no matter what we talk about, two names always come out. Iggy-chan and Baby Vox. So that's what it is. No, but Tae, he came back and he's charting in the music charts. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes.
And so like all these comebacks, and as a person who grew up listening
and who came back as well?
Who?
Who do you think? Who else came back this year?
Who else came back?
One of the biggest name in the music business.
I don't know.
선생님, Mr. Jo Young-pil.
But for me, he's always been around. He's another person that's always been around for me. It's like Lee Moon-se. He's always been around.
You know what? They never really released the new material, for the last
Right.
2 or 3 years, or more than 4 years. Yeah, but you still think that they're always here with us.
No, really.
Yeah.
It's the other. I think
It's like a blessing from a God, right?
and
It's everywhere.
the crazy thing about Cho Young-pil is that his songs, when he comes out with these songs, they sound so trendy.
Yes.
They sound so new. Oh my goodness, there was a song from Cho Young-pil from a couple of years back.
Hello? Oh,
Bounce, bounce.
Hello was the title.
Oh my goodness, when I heard Bounce, I was like, this is Cho Young-pil, no way. Because it sounded so hip.
Equipped with rapping from Bubble Gent.
Yeah.
Bubble Gent. Bubble Gent. The king of flow.
Verbal Gent was in that as well.
King of flow.
Yeah, but Cho Young-pil, in my opinion, he's always been around, to be honest with you.
Someone said about 이기찬.
Yeah, Yanggurum's always like, I say Lee-chan and Baby Vox all the time. But another thing that we saw was what we say 역주행, right? The kind of coming back with all the songs that we kind of missed.
Okay, my question is,
Yeah.
was this thing for you a more of a Yoonha than 역주행 itself, or or vice versa?
Can I be honest with you? I did not know that there was a Yoonha 역주행 going on, because for me, the greatest 역주행 to ever happen was Brave Girls.
Rollin'.
Yeah. That for me was the greatest 역주행. Because even me, I was like, oh my goodness, where did this come from?
Yeah, but I mean, those are probably. It's because those are two different genres. Rolling was popular not just because of the sound or music or the lyrics.
It's a video on
and
YouTube.
the dance that's iconic,
You're
like
right,
a Kaori chum, right?
Yes.
Was that Rollin', right?
Yes.
Kaori chum.
Yes.
Yeah, but the Yoonha, this song was more for
How good the song is, or how good she's a singer.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
That's the thing. When Yoonha was singing, what is it? The 비밀번호 486, I think it was, secret number 486. I thought she was one of the most talented vocalists at the time. Not only was the song good, her voice, she had a very unique, very crisp song. And I said, oh my goodness, she's going to be great. And then she kind of disappeared out of it.
She just struggled a bit because, her voice problem, kind of health issue. And, every singers would have a kind of ups and downs moment in their own career. But Yoonha, had the same kind of struggles. But I think it's more about, not just about the Yoonha or the song itself, but I kind of see this whole millennial thing coming back, because Yoonha is a kind of iconic figure among millennials, right?
Yeah,
kind of diva, right? Iconic millennial generation diva. So this 역주행 could be also associated with that kind of sentiment.
Yeah,
from millennials' point of view, this is the artist that we can count on, and we have to kind of protect, right? Kind of revive,
right.
And because Yoonha was that kind of, like you said, was that kind of important and talented musicians, and so
like she deserved to get the recognition, right?
Exactly.
Like you look at Yoonha was, again, I keep saying she should have been bigger than what she was, but she was unable to, and she deserved it.
Because a lot of good songs, really great songs, have been always forgotten.
Yeah.
For some reason. Because it's always almost impossible to be kind of like amazingly popular in this kind of competitive music business.
But
so it's no new thing, right? Good songs are forgotten. Good artists are always kind of understated, undervalued, or underappreciated by general public. But the Yoonha, I think it's more about the Yoonha's reputation and kind of trust among music fans. made them believe that Yuna deserved it.
And you know what? I'm glad that it's songs.
And the song is great, by the way.
Yeah, it's those songs. 사건의 지평선 and what is it? 오르트 구름. Because as much as I liked Yuna, there's only two songs I know. 비밀번호 486 and 기다리다.
Yeah.
Those are the
songs.
only two songs that I know, but it's not those songs that are getting a spotlight here. Young-dae, I know this is going to be really tough. Okay, and we were kind of hesitant on whether or not we're going to make you do this very quickly. Who do you think is
No way.
Who do you think?
Oh my God.
Who do you think was the biggest group or artist of the year? I mean, this has got to be the hardest thing. Let's ask. I'm not even going to ask you who do you think is the
Tae is the guy. Tae is the artist of the year.
That's the safest
Greatest
answer.
comeback of the year. Most underappreciated artist of the year. Tae. Okay, so except for Tae, who else? Well, musically, for me, RM's solo album was the most intriguing. Musically, from a critic's point of view, most musically intriguing album of this year, RM's Indigo. And what else?
Wait, RM's song Still
not
Life.
just song.
That's just the entire album you're saying.
들꽃놀이 was pretty interesting song. Very the kind of emotional song 들꽃놀이. But not just that one song, but the whole album was great. It's worth listening. New artist. Wow.
I don't even
This
think
is
I could ask you this
impossible
question.
category.
It's not fair to ask you this question.
New Jeans.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh. Wow, we said this
Goosebumps.
Wow, we said this at the same time. Yeah,
New Jeans. Because I mean, for me, New Jeans was probably most iconic in terms of everything, right?
Yeah.
They kind of representing this whole new era, right? New wave of first generation. Yeah, I mean, for me, everyone would feel differently, but yeah. So new artist, New Jeans. Song of the year.
That's tough. I'll give you the earworm of the year for me. There was one song.
After might be the strong candidate.
After is by who? Ive. Oh, really?
After
Oh, yeah. That's for me, my song of the year is whatever was the biggest earworm of the year. The one song that would not get out of my head for the longest period of the year. You know what song it was? Zico's Sepping.
Oh, yeah.
That song would
very...
I couldn't get it out of my head.
Afterlife, I mean, I chose Afterlife the same reason.
Because it's the
very
earworm.
addictive.
Yeah, addictive.
Yeah. And everyone's loving it. So, yeah.
That's a pretty good... you know what I really like, though, from New Jeans is Hype Boy. I wasn't a big fan of Attention, to be honest with you.
That's the Hype Boy. Maybe we have to create a new category. The viral of the year.
The viral video?
Viral dance.
Viral dance of the year.
Hype Boy is definitely the one.
Really?
Yeah.
I just listened to the song. Maybe I gotta look at the music video.
This Hype Boy, viral dance challenge, everything.
Oh, there was a dance challenge?
It was one of the biggest things.
I only looked at
K-pop.
the Blackpink. What is it? Pink Venom dance challenge.
Now it's really time for you to stop listening. Iggy-chan, Babybox, or Tae. Focusing more on the new stuff like Afterlife.
All right, I'm gonna listen to Mose Easy.
사랑인걸.
Greatest, one of the best one-hit wonders out there. Benny says song of the year for me, Lasetta Theme's Anti-Fragile is what they say.
Yeah, it's pretty cool song.
And 양구름
pretty cool song. Anti-fragile.
양구름 says 소아's 떡볶이 songs. So is one of our guests. She had an Instagram video or something like that with 떡볶이 song. But
is it good, 떡볶이 song?
I didn't want to watch it.
Okay.
I didn't want to watch it. Young-dae, thank you very much for coming in. 2022 was a very good year.
I have to say this again before I leave.
What?
단일종 is obviously different from the 학교종.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was 2022's stupidest thing I've ever said.
학교종이 땡땡땡. I never heard such a thing.
Happy New Year's to you. We'll see you
Happy
next
New
year.
Year.
You can listen to Korea Now with me, SJ Lee, by downloading the Arirang Radio application or tune in online by visiting www.arirangradio.com. So make sure you tune in Mondays through Fridays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Korea time.